Hi, isn't Book Week exciting? Welcome, I'm John, and I'm sorry I can't be with you, but I wanted to talk to you about reading. I'm a doctor. You can probably see some doctor stuff here in my room, so of course I get to read doctor books, which is important for me to do my job, and it was important for me to learn. Whatever careers you undertake, you'll need to read books about whatever it is you're doing, so that you can understand. I know there's other ways to learn, but books are great. But I like to read lots of other things too, and they help me in my work and in my life, and they just give me enjoyment. One of the things about reading is that you find out about other people and other things that aren't part of your life, and in my job, it's really important for me to try to understand other people and how they live their lives and what's important to them. And so reading books about people, whether they're real people or whether they're stories, doesn't really matter, because it gives us all an opportunity to learn more about other people. So I've got here some of the books that I like to read, or the types of books I like to read, and then I want to read your book. So first of all, I love to read books about people, about the lives they've had, how they've got to where they get. And I love particularly sport and people who've done well in sport, but I love people who've adventured and done other amazing things in their lives. They're really good reading, and they're usually something really interesting to me. I also love to read about history, where things happen, how they happen in the world, why they happen, and interesting times. This book's about the history of the whole world, but history of parts of the world, or things that have happened, peace and war, and other troubles in the world are important for us to learn and remember. I love to read funny things. This is a book one of my sons gave me, and it's all about jokes. It's full of jokes, but also how jokes work. And I think we all like jokes. But there are lots of books that are just fun, and it's really good to read them. And I read some books because they're beautiful. Books like this are just beautiful, with their pictures and stories and showing us places that are amazing, as well as the things that go with that. They're often big and heavy and gorgeous just to look at and read, and they're a good way to pass the time. There's also lots of other amazing books, and this is all the works of William Shakespeare. It's fantastic. It's amazing. All those hundreds of years ago, he wrote things that are interesting, great stories, but also beautiful things in his poetry, and words can paint the most amazing pictures. It's fantastic when you read something that's really exciting and lovely and just so enjoyable. There's lots of fun in Shakespeare. One of the really odd things about books you read at school is that people make you read a book, and somehow that makes it a bit less fun. You know, over time though, some of the best books I ever read were the ones that I was made to read. I just didn't realise it at the time. So if your teachers, who are really smart people, want you to read a particular book, try to enjoy it and don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as a book that they've chosen well, and it will be interesting to you. Certainly most schools made people read Shakespeare, and it's fantastic. So there's lots of other books in my life. Over time it's all changed. I love fantasy and fiction, but I love stories about people particularly. There's one book that I wanted to read you today. It's called Dr. Dog, because I'm a doctor, and because it's fun and it's a bit educational. So I'll just change to another video and I'll read you Dr. Dog. I hope you have a fantastic book week, and I'm so excited to have a chance to talk to you, and I really wish I could have been sitting there with you, but I don't live in Melbourne, so I won't. All the best for book week, and I'll move on and read you Dr.